Hello, I'm John and welcome to CDRS. This week we're going to do an update on our TK Bedford, better known as the Dreadford. Stick around as we do a walk around. Alright, let's do that walk around. Now that you can see that the tub is mounted on the body, it gives you a visual on how to tackle this project. You can see that it's definitely not period correct, but it gives you something to work with. So we know that the proportions are right. If we go back to this, looking unusual, the tub looks a little bit too high for this application, but if this was a drop down step side style, and I'm talking something mid-50s, boxed out with big wheel arches, and bearing in mind that you want to try and keep the profile of these rear mud guards to follow that square edge on the front of the cab, and you just about get the look that you're looking for. You know, there's a lot of these old Fords, especially the F300s, that have got the short back ends. So we'll just excuse that pole. So you get an idea of, you know, a bit of progress being made. And I know a lot of guys brought to my attention about this Bedford. One was really clever that I do enjoy reading those comments, because someone pointed out that this is a late model Bedford, and they're 100% correct. I've done a bit of digging and it turns out that this is a 1976 model, so thank you to that guy. And another guy pointed out that this is potentially a 250 cubic inch motor in it. Now, without digging through and finding the compliance plates and all that fun stuff, what I'd like to do is we'll just jump over to the storage crate where this was put, and we'll just have a quick look through it, and once again chime in on those comments, because for someone like myself, I've got a lot of trucks here on the go, and for me to research every vehicle, it's not only time consuming, but I'm also restoring cars at the same time. So I'm just kind of putting this truck out there, so it's a bit of a legacy to the old boy, so when he's sitting in his rocking chair he can say, oh shit, I built that back in the day. So that was what this is about. It's like it's a memory snapshot. But we'll take a walk over here, we'll go to the next shed, and geez, guys will know more about this engine than what I do. And I tell you what, crack a day here in Perth, Western Australia, roughly about 20 degrees. That's our service bay where all the trucks run over and we do the oil changes and the rolling brake checks and all that fun stuff. So we'll jump into this shed. I can't show you that because we've got another project tucked away in the corner here. So, this is the Bedford. Someone's pointed out that this is a 250 cubic inch. Now, I'll try and do the best here without getting a forklift and lifting it out. So, I understand what they're talking about now, because that's like a Chev pattern bell housing along the back there. You can see how it's like triangulated, or it's got the peak there, very similar to the turbo bolt patterns. And around this side, that exposure's killing us. So, you know, someone's got to know better than what I would. But one thing to bear in mind is, like, we've got a York truck show this Sunday in Western Australia, and majority of those guys that are part of that truck club, and I'm not joking here, is basically 60 years old plus, and I feel like I'm obligated to try and get all these old trucks going that we've got parked around this place, so they just don't fall into disrepair. So got the Bedford on the go, and we've got the Bedford on the go. We've also got a big beast. Follow me. Nope, that beast is gone. We've got some other things that you might like. We've got a 37, I've got a few other trucks that you might like. We've got a 37 Ford that I've got to do a preventative maintenance on. I've got to try and get that back together, because that old girl was yard art. So we've managed to rescue that. We've bought it here. That's from, I'm trying to think here, because we've got a few trucks from around the place. I think that one come from a place called Esperance, which is south of Western Australia, down on the coastal there. We've also got the 47 Ford that I hinted in the last episode of TK Chopped. And we've also got a truck that's almost 100 years old that's currently under restoration, which I think you'll like. And also, for you paddock dwellers, we've got an old school Oliver and Holt bulldozers. They're real small ones, and I think you'll like those as well. So, fabulous day. Anyway, as always, stay healthy, keep moving, please subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks all.